let's link that to the SOEs.
Yes.
One of the pillars there is to say, let's strengthen the state.
Yes.
Right? What are you going to do differently on SOEs? The SOEs, half of them are bankrupt.
Yeah.
Look at the debt book of ESCOM alone. SAA had to go down to the gutters, and now it's being sold. It's going to be sold for 51 cents.
You're not telling the truth that SAA went down to the gutters. The SAA is proper. Firstly, SAA, it's an intervention by the state in that mode of transport. Even if we don't make profit there, it must generate enough funds to sustain itself. Yeah. Because if we say we want SAA that is going to make a profit in a maximum way, they don't do that all over the world, by the way, the airlines. It's a state intervention in that mode of transport. Because if the state doesn't intervene, we cannot afford to fly to Cape Town. So it's the state intervening to make sure that there is a convenient method of transport.
So you're not worried about them coming as a begging bowl. I think the state has spent over 30 billion.
I don't want them to come and beg. I want them to sustain themselves. Yes, you need competent management that is going to raise sufficient funds through its own operations to sustain that institution.
Have you made an analysis whether you can do that with SOEs like the post office that's also bankrupt, it's on the red, right? Dinel, that's completely also, and they couldn't even pay their salaries for months on end, etc. So what are you going to do differently to make sure that these SOEs, are sustainable?
Firstly, Dinel, not so long ago, was a profitable company. Transnet was a profitable company. All of these institutions were collapsed right on our eyes by corruption, by incompetent people who were deployed there in the name of leadership deployment. When I sit now in the EFF and they say this person must be a CFO in Johannesburg or Igurlen or what, and then doesn't qualify, I tell you, I do not discuss people who don't qualify. And I even tell them, why do you want a job you don't qualify for? Because these are the requirements.
But in principle, so, you still have cadre deployment.
How do I govern? I hunt with my own dogs. Yes, because
but competent ones.
Yes. So I can't do that. I don't, when they came and said we collapsed Limpopo, right? Till today, they couldn't arrest anyone. Till today, they couldn't say explicitly, what have you done in collapsing Limpopo? Because it was a lie. When we were leading in Limpopo, Castle told us one thing and one thing only. You hire competent people and you finish the job. Clifford Motsebe was a friend of mine running Department of Housing. Every year we finish the money of housing, go and take the money from Free State, go and give Limpopo. That's how much good we're performing. When they were putting that government under administration, they couldn't put Motsepe's department under administration because that is the department they wanted. The person who was more close to me was Clifford Motsebe. We never, and since I was born till this age, I've never sat in a meeting where we discuss crime. I come from a township where a lot of guys my age, even my section where I come from, they've been to prison, police cells and all of that. I've never been in that space because I've never sat in a meeting where we discuss crime. Once you start doing that, I express my view and I discourage it. If you can't listen to me, I walk away. I don't do such things. That's why you can peddle any lie you want to peddle about us in relation to corruption, hey, this and that. The question is, these guys are in the opposition. If they collapsed Limpopo and you guys are in charge of government, why are you not going for them and finish them off? If these guys have stolen money from VBS, why are they always challenging you, disrupting you, and all? Stop this thing, man, by arresting these people they've stolen from VBS. You've got the power. There's no day where we've been egg walking around the state because we've got our own issues that if we are not careful, they will arrest us. No. We speak truth to power unashamedly, even go into some method that are unheard of without fear.
Yeah, talking about that
because we are not scared.
All right, I want to give my colleagues a chance to deal with you now.
No one can deal with you.
But before that, ESCOM quickly, big crisis. You 4 weeks ago, and I may be wrong about the time, you said in 2 weeks there'll be a grid collapse.
Yeah.
Tell me, first of all, why you are convinced that there will be a grid collapse. Secondly, whether or not, with all the misgivings you may have about Ramokgopa, whether you think he has mitigated something. I know that on Sunday he came to tell us about that the energy availability factor is at 60%, and there's no dealt with him on Monday. We are now back at stage 6.
It's waffling.
Okay, tell me more.
So you know the grid collapse.
Yeah.
The FBI met state security because when the grid collapse, it poses a security threat.
Sure.
Met with the state security and told them this thing is going to collapse. They met the state and said it's going to collapse, but our problem is not this collapsing. The problem is ANC politicians going on business as usual. Like there's no problem. You must be thanking me. Because after that press conference, they were running like headless chickens. People
to make sure the grid doesn't collapse.
Yes, people starting to say, no, we need to fix here, we need to correct this. And they never came strong to say the grid will not collapse. They said, we are mitigating the situation to avoid the grid collapse.
But don't you give Ramokgopa some credit?
What credit?
Small credit.
No.
Of intervention.
Talk, Sunday he came. No, we're cruising nicely. This winter, yes, enough. What's happening now?
Yeah, but did you anticipate the snow on Monday?
No. No. Then it's a fool. Because we were sent messages before Sunday. I got a message that my child must come to school on Monday with a small blanket. My son knew it's going to be
cold
on
Monday. You didn't even need intelligence.
My son knew that it's going to be cold on Monday than Ramokgopa.
So you just needed the weather report.
The old minister didn't know that there is cold front coming and the demand is going to be high. He came here and said to us in a 2 weeks time or so, he's going to bring 1,000 megawatts from Mozambique. He said to us, he's going to plug the power ships. Where are they? We have a problem now. Where are they? Because he calls a press conference, talks, and then it ends there. Nothing changes. In your rally
a few weeks ago, you accused him of corruption. To put it bluntly and frankly. Right? And you even mentioned Dr. Anamokgopa.
He brought Dr. Anamokgopa into the power ship of a power ship, which he was not part of. Ramokgopa and Anamokgopa. Is
that still the case now?
Yes.
Is part of that power ship deal?
All of a sudden, Anamokgopa
power ship.
Asanga batamela mola Anamokgopa on the power ships. Motoba funa the power ship. Gwede's wife. Uba igwalimu Gwede's wife. Bala. By Gian Twila by Spoot. Then Anamokgopa came into the deal. When I finished there speaking, the messages I got from the people who are involved in the business of this electricity thing. But thank you. We thank you very much. Because this woman is disturbing us. One of those people, Temberger, Mogai Toby, is representing them. Because they are in dispute with these people. So
the power ship is not about to happen?
It will happen. But you know what you need to know, South Africans, is that even when we are at the height of a crisis, These people still negotiate their way. And if they are not getting a portion,
then it
won't go through. And I'm saying to them, at what point do we become patriotic and let go? Let these people eat as long as our people can get electricity. At what point? The power ships were signed last year. We spoke about them this year in the State of the Nation address. If you listen to my speech, I said these things can happen because the ANC politicians are fiddling with it. They've been approved. But they say before we go ahead, we need our pushing.
And you are saying to me that culture you will break should you come to power, because people see you truly as a continuation of that culture one way or another.
I'm not.
Are these people not going to eat? They're not going to have EFF linked companies eating.
No.
And what have you?
No, there will be EFF people who are in companies and all of that.
Yeah.
There must be.
And eat.
Not eat. Do the work.
Yeah.
Can't who must come and work here? If it's not EFF people, they are also South Africans.
Yeah.
Let every South African who's got what it takes to work this country work it, and not on the basis of political affiliation. I strongly oppose that.
Yeah.
That no, we can't have this person as an HOD or DG because it's an EFF or it's an ANC. What does the CV say? Yeah. Is this person qualified?
Competent.
Is this person patriotic enough to lead this country? And before I look anywhere, I will look amongst the EFF people. Why? When ESCOM doesn't perform well, you don't say ESCOM. You are going to say, you see, this EFF government.
Yeah.
When it suits you, no, don't send your people. And then when they fail, the people that are not my people, you come and blame me. So cadreship development means the comrades that are qualified, who have been to school, who are highly trained in this field. And the ANC, what is painful about it is that it took a lot of comrades to school and trained them. Now they isolate them for political reason and factionalism.
Final question from me before I give my colleagues. EFF, ANC, a coalition in Johannesburg, are you happy with that mode? People are a bit nervous that it looks like you guys, between you and the ANC, you are toying with Johannesburg, giving mayors who don't know what they are doing. We are now on mayor number, God knows what, right? And then you got one now who's hiding, never wants to talk to anybody. Under your watch, summary there. What is the rationale? Why couldn't you just get either from you or ANC to take the mayorship? Because it looks like it's now a joke.
Well, I think you are unfair, and you are judging people harshly. He's a councillor. You don't start by the mayor. He's a councillor. And for you,
commander.
Yeah. For you to be a mayor, you must first qualify to be a councillor.
Yeah.
And then once you are a councillor, you qualify to be a mayor.
Yeah.
So instead of you guys talking mayorship, why are you not removing him as a councillor? It is the people's will that have put him in the council. It's not the EFF, it's not our member. We voted for him in the council because...
But is he the best foot forward? You've been talking about qualifications and competence and what?
The best foot forward. The problem is that his leadership style is not yours. We lead differently. When our rasa when our rasa. So he's got his own way of doing things. He goes to places.
Quietly.
Firstly, he gave...
He's leading quiet.
No, he gave the acceptance speech.
Yeah.
And for your information, he's smarter than the one that left
before.
Yeah. Very articulate.
Yeah.
And very knowledgeable about local government. And then he will visit projects of the municipality. Not with these road shows and too many convoys. No, it's a different kind of a cadre. But he's there. He's available inspecting the projects.
So you have confidence in him?
That's why we elected him. So there are a lot of people that are your favorites who don't speak. And we never get to hear accountability from them, and you guys don't take them on. One of them is Jamnandas. I mean, Jamnandas can disappear
For months
4
on end.
months, and then the state-owned enterprises are collapsing
Yeah.
under him. But
Yeah.
no one has ever said Jamnandas is a bad leader. No one knows where the guy is. No one. But there's never been a story. But this one of the same color with me,
Yeah.
because of our color, we are judged differently from other people.
But
The guy is there.
Yeah.
And look, the day he was supposed to answer questions, he even collapsed.
he got sick.
He got
yeah.
sick and he was rushed to the hospital. Not because he didn't want to do his job.
Yeah.
But Jamnandas didn't collapse anyway. And we don't see.